Survivor Series. Survivor Series. Where do we go from here with Survivor Series? There's a lot to be said, but first I'd like to point out there will be live reactions that are being posted up at this time during this review, so there will be that. But in regard to this pay-per-view, a lot happened tonight. Some good, a lot bad in a way. Some people have really now said that NXT TakeOver WarGames was better than tonight, and we're going to go through one by one through everything throughout this show. And I should just say the first thing, I guess we'll go with the pre-show to talk about, since they added matches at the last minute that made no sense and it was mostly in an empty arena. One was Elias Samson going against Matt Hardy. It was not much to say from here. I don't think nobody's really in the crowd. Elias won, so it's whatever. I don't know. Matt Hardy, dude, they have Matt Hardy on a lot of these pre-shows for some reason, with barely a crowd. So we know Jeff's hurt, but then again, Matt by himself, there's just nothing going on with him, and it's not like he's broken. Yeah, you got some delete chants, but where else is that from there? Where we go from anywhere with that with Elias and Matt Hardy. But yeah, Matt Hardy was just kind of whatever. It was just there. It's not, like I said, he's not broken, and it's just nothing going on with him. So Elias wins, whatever. Enzo versus Kalisto for the Cruiserweight Championship. Another match I do not care about. Dude, Kalisto botched getting into the ring. He came in and he still botched doing his entrance, which is just funny in many ways for some reason. And the only thing people really reacted to was Enzo saying soft, and that was it. He won with the Jordanzo or eat defeat thing after he hit Kalisto's head into the turnbuckle. Hopefully we move on from this and somebody else gets a shot. But the Cruiserweights just suck right now. It's the Enzo show. I don't know. But put Cedric Alexander or somebody next for the title. But Kalisto was a very horrible decision put up there to begin with, which made no sense. No one cares about this whole division in general. It is a joke. I didn't even watch that birthday episode, but I know it looks silly with Kalisto. Yeah, happy birthday to him, but he didn't need a whole episode about it. So no one really cares about Kalisto or Enzo. It's just kind of, who cares? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn cut a promo, which actually a really good promo, saying that we have to face some clowns like Breezango. We should be on Team SmackDown, and we're gonna shut everyone up. I won my title here, my Intercontinental title and stuff, but you don't get the cheer. You all shut up. Breezango then came out talking about giving him violations for facial hairs and stuff, which wasn't a bad match, but mostly a lot of people were with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. More they were with Breezango. So yeah, KO and Sami won. What else? I guess they showed Mahal in the back talking to AJ, which I guess people think they were gonna have him interfere and stuff. But moving into the main show, what do we have to say? It's a lot to digest from this main show. It really is. And let's get to the bad awful things. Was the New Day versus the Shield, as the New Day cut a promo, something like Bob Barker spraying new to your pets and everything, which was funny. They went against the Shield, and dude, let's be honest here. We all knew the Shield was winning. Come on, I don't think anybody knew the New Day was winning. Don't get me wrong. They still had a great match out there. I will not take away from that. But, dude, this was just a way to get Roman over as usual. And you know what, which was funny, too, that Roman was not the only, like, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had to wear their half Raw, half Shield shirts, but Reigns just wore his regular vest like nothing. Like, he didn't have to be weird for some reason. And there was a lot of good spots in this match. The crowd was funny, chanting the Roman, "You still suck," and he got a majority boos throughout this whole thing. I did like the New Day hitting the double midnight hour, and Woods picking up Biggie and throwing him onto Roman. And like I said, both these teams are really great. It was just really strong way to kick off the show, even though it was just predictable. But the Shield won, pretty much hitting their finishers on everybody, from the Rainmaker, V-trigger thing, Dirty Deeds, and a spear, and pretty much Reigns and pretty much the Shield hit a triple power bomb from the turnbuckle and won the match right there. So Raw pretty much got the first win of the night with 1-0. So that happened. So the Shield got the win. So they did pop for the power bomb. So hey, the Shield's over, but Roman Reigns, when the fans chant, "You still suck" at him, like we know they're trying to get him over as much as possible. So, and the New Day has a point though. Once WrestleMania time comes around, how long will the Shield thing keep going? The New Day will be here, but how long will the Shield be here until they kill each other, or one of them has to go for the title? So that's a really great question. But yeah, Shield's gonna win. Very predictable. Stephanie McMahon was rallying the Raw women's team, which I don't know why Alicia Fox is not doing that. She's the captain, but the old Stephanie McMahon, she's got to do it, and pretty much making herself the leader, addressing everybody, and why Asuka's here, being unbeaten for 700 days in NXT. And dude, this match right here was very sloppy at some points. There's a lot to say. First off, Becky Lynch was eliminated very quick, which made no sense. Like, it took the workhorse out of the team. And they tried to play it up like Becky was going to come after Asuka and break her arm and stuff. But, dude, Becky was the first one out of there, which made no sense. I thought that was dumb. Like, really? Becky gone first? Garbage move. Very garbage move. Next, Tamina eliminating Bayley, which I kind of thought Bayley was going to be the first one eliminated for Raw anyways. So yeah, and then next was Tamina taking out Nia Jax, because they tried to have some big stare-off thing with both, since they're big women, and Tamina actually pretty much kept hitting multiple super kicks on her, and then a splash, and won by count out, which I just did not get this. And dude, we'll get to Tamina in a second throughout this match. Alicia Fox tried to get it back, but Sasha hit the bank statement on Naomi, since Naomi kept trying to get involved. Well, no, Fox got eliminated first, which did first. Like, the whole Fox was very botchy thing, because Naomi got the pin, but I didn't think it was 3, because once she put in the submission, I thought she was going to tap out, but the ref said it was 3, but that was botchy. Sasha got she got the bank statement. Then Asuka pretty much kicked the living crap out of Carmella after that, and then it kind of became near the end with Sasha tapping out to Natalya with the sharpshooter. Now, and this is what really didn't make no sense to me. Why? There were two things. Number one, why was Tamina in this match so long? Dude, I'm surprised Tamina even lasted this long in this match. It's like Tamina just wrestles in regular clothes for some reason, and she gets the longest out of everybody. And like, we know she's not over, so it's like, well, we're trying to finally make Tamina look strong or something. Dude, I'm surprised she's even still here in a way. Like, what value is she really adding to this? I didn't get that. And Asuka, once again, taking a lot of offense, which Asuka should be killing everybody, but she pretty much took out Tamina with an armbar, and then did the Asuka lock on Natalya's submission. So yeah, it was a way mostly to make Asuka look strong, being the sole survivor of the team and still undefeated. So that was just a way to, make Asuka look strong. But I really didn't understand why Tamina was in there so long into this match. Like, I don't know what they did to try to make her look strong, but it made no sense. Becky being eliminated first was just the dumbest move. I don't really see anything coming out of this after that. I just think it was just a dumb move in general. Like, I did not get that. What was the point of doing that? Really, I really didn't understand that point. So that was just dumb. So I don't know where they were going. Like, a lot of that women's match is very botchy. Okay, it was a really botched match, so it was not really a good highlight night. I will say that. Really kind of a bad match in a way. But it's like a lot of these moves made no sense. It really didn't. They must think Tamina is the thing again or something now. So I really didn't get that. Next, Stephanie McMahon, Daniel Bryan arguing the back, but Stephanie's still trying to find a way to make Bryan look stupid for some reason. Next was another match I did not care about, was Miz versus Baron Corbin. Miz Taraj was out there, Maurice was out there, we're in the crowd, but I didn't know who was cheering for who, because listen, Raw was already ahead 2-0, okay? And yes, Corbin did hit the end of days on Bo Dallas and took out the Miz Taraj. And as Miz kind of came back, he hit Corbin. Corbin hit with the end of days, and then he messed up the line after he beat Miz. Was saying like, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes closed. Your mouth goes shut, not your mouth goes closed, you idiot. Like, even I know that, but listen, who was really into this match? And I'm not saying the match was like particularly bad, but they only kind of like reacted to big moves like the yes kicks and maybe just the big spots. But who was really over in this whole heel versus heel? Who were the people really with? Because I just did not care. And with Miz losing again, this just makes Miz look really worse, even as Intercontinental Champion. Like, it was very bad enough that the Shield and Braun Strowman was already kicking the crap out of him and making him a chicken shit champion and running away from him multiple times. But now he's losing to Corbin, and Corbin's nothing special to look at either. He just kind of sucks all the energy out of you when you see a match from him. He's just boring. Like, he's just very bad. And I did not really care for who won this match, but then I just said, like, okay, SmackDown's got to get a win because they're 2-0 right now. So predictability, Corbin wins. Next was probably one of my favorite matches of the night, was the Usos versus The Bar. I really did enjoy this match. This was really good. This was not bad at all. I thought both teams were great. I thought the Bar was getting a lot of offense at one point too, but the Usos just kept coming back with that. I like that Samoan drop thing they did off the top rope, power bomb. It looked really cool. Like, the Usos was just killing it out there, especially in the pre-match against the Uso penitentiary. We got bars and everything, but there was a lot of hard hitting spots out there, especially in the end. Once they hit they were just hitting super kicks all over the place. And that tag they did with one Uso jumping out of the ring, which when he hits Cesaro, like, you can see him hit his head real hard on the table too. That was like a hard shot, and Uso got the top rope splash pretty much for the win. So I really did enjoy that match. That was probably one of my favorite matches of the night. Like, it was a clean win. It was crazy out there. So I was really glad my prediction did come right about the Usos winning the match. Man, that was enjoyable. That was a really great match to watch. Really good. Never doubt the Usos in this. So that was really good to look at with them versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Next, moving on, we had, I'm trying to remember what match is next after this. By the way, SmackDown's 2-2 now. We pretty much had next was the I'm trying to remember the women's match, title versus title on the line now. Actually, it's kind of cool to see Travis Scott in the crowd. He's from Houston anyway, so yeah. But women's match on the line. Well, I can't even say on the line. I had a title on the line with Charlotte versus Bliss. This match was not good. This was really not a good match. I think the crowd was not into it. I think they were dead. I think they were trying to. Well, yes, Charlotte is face here, but it's like they gave Bliss a lot of offense. Like, a lot of offense. Like, this match was not good. There was probably maybe one or two high spots. It's like a lot of this was, I guess my friend told me this match was very methodical, but it just looked like it was really slow. It's like this match was very slow. It's like they hit a spot when they could, but this was just a slow match. And like, I was just waiting for Charlotte to get the win, but I just was not interested in this match at all. Like, I really wasn't. Like, I don't think anybody cared. I don't think they bought into Bliss's near falls that much. Like I said, and they really tried to make Bliss look really strong over Charlotte. Like, they really did. And like, it just had no believability. Like, even I knew Charlotte had to kick the living crap out of her and stuff. It's just, I was just surprised they gave her so much offense, Bliss. And it just was not good. It wasn't. Charlotte didn't win. That's the good part about it. She won. She hit a big boot. She hit the figure 8 and won the match. And I made SmackDown 3-2. But Bliss winning was just, not Bliss winning. I mean, Bliss just getting that much offense made no sense to me. It really didn't. And I understand what a lot of people tell me now, that there was a lot of Alexa Bliss marks online. and they're almost as worse as the Roman Reigns marks. Like, people think Bliss is the almighty for some reason. And don't get me wrong, both women have had ridiculous title reigns at this point, but I just had no believability of Bliss beating Charlotte in any shape, way, or form. I already thought it looked bad enough when she beat Sasha, and even Bailey they made look like a joke. But this right here was just not a good match. This is probably one, even I have to put with the tag. This is not a good match. It's like one of the worst ones of the night, if you ask me. So that was another bad look on it. So I just wasn't a fan of this match. Charlotte won. That was the only good part about it. Next was the Universal Champion versus the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. There's a lot to say about this. I can say this match went over 15 minutes. Well, about 15 minutes, really. Well, it went over 9 minutes at least. At least it went past the 10-minute mark, and I was wrong about it being at least under 10 minutes. But at first, I just thought it was just Brock kicking the living crap out of AJ, throwing him around everywhere. And it's like Brock tries when he wants to try. Yeah, it's like Brock tries when he wants to try or do something. But at least AJ did come back. At least AJ did come back, and it did look believable, at least. But the match was good. I will say that. I will say it was good, because I just thought it was going to be Brock just suplexing him all over the place. And it looked like that at one point, but AJ did good. He came back. He was kicking him in the leg. He pretty much hit most of his signatures and finishers and Pele kicks. I thought the calf killer thing was really good. And then Brock just started slamming his head on the mat. And, he just kept trying to hit Brock with the a lot of forearms out there, kicking him, and just using his speed to his advantage. So AJ did what he could to make this match look good, but in the end he tried to go for like another forearm on Brock, and Brock caught him, and he one F5, folks, one F5. So it's like nowadays everyone's beating Brock just beating everybody with one F5, not even like 2 or 3, just one, and that's it. Gotta build him up the ring somehow, so he'll kick out. So Reigns will kick out the F5. And it's funny, they say he's been the most dominant Universal Champion. He's barely even here. Since Goldberg, what other good matches he really had? Like, the Goldberg thing was short at WrestleMania. Joe was like 6 minutes and wasn't even that good. What was I saying? Yeah, Joe wasn't that long. Strowman, that was just embarrassing to watch. That was just bad, the one with Strowman. It really was a very bad match. But, yeah, I would say this was one of the better matches tonight. I would put this as one of the top 2 ones between that and the tag team match itself, with the Usos in the bar. AJ and Brock, it did deliver. It did. Okay. Don't get pissed. Don't get pissed. He ain't back. Yeah, I missed my train of thought now, yeah. But Brock pretty much got the win. 15 minutes at least, 1 F5, so it pretty much ties up with SmackDown and Raw, 3-3. And at least on the bright side, we saw no Jinder out there at least, so a lot of people thought Jinder would interfere, but they went with a clean win, so I'll give them that. But I'll admit, at least this was a better match. Like I said, AJ did what he could, but Brock, like I said, Brock only tries when he wants to try, but he's only motivated mostly by a paycheck, really. And it's just, they just gotta get the belt off this guy. They really do, because this just isn't working. So yeah, they really gotta just get the belt off this guy. But they're just gonna build him with the Roman for WrestleMania, so we know that's going. But at least it wasn't a suplex fest out there like usual, because that just gets really old and very quickly. But like I said, this was a better match. And then we come to the main event, Raw versus SmackDown. Yeah, then we get the Raw versus SmackDown in. Raw versus SmackDown, folks. Everybody made their entrance, from Kurt Angle, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, Triple H, who actually gets his own logo on his shirt with the color red. But hey, everyone else got to wear a Raw shirt, but he gets his own color. SmackDown, everyone's wearing blue except for John Cena. John Cena comes back, he gets booed, but for some reason he's wearing green. So it's like, it looks like nobody didn't really care, and almost like he wrestled for his own brand in a way. It's like, hey, I'm on SmackDown, but I'm going to team for myself, and no one's really happy to see him. Okay. You have to bear with me. Until this review's not gonna go out well. For some reason I gotta deal with this tonight, so. mess this review up tonight. Hold on a second. You know, look at the timing in my review. You know, looking to the timing of this review, this is not going to be good. But, yeah. Raw versus SmackDown. And, what a show this was. I will say, what a match. First off, everything was going great at first. You had Shane McMahon, for some reason, that continues to bring his kids to the show to see him lose all the time for some odd reason. Tried to attack Strowman, and Strowman just tossed him across the ring. And then, next thing you know, the match kind of started off with the captains, but the crowd went crazy for Finn Balor and Nakamura, as we kind of saw a NXT chant and a New Japan chant, also Bullet Club versus Chaos. So that was really big to see that. And like, you saw a lot of these former NXT / New Japan / TNA rivalries just going on from here, or WWE ones. Like, they went nuts for Balor and Nakamura. Triple H comes in as the King of Strong Style, the King of Kings, the man that brought him into NXT too. So they go on from those two then. And Rude comes in, and so like to say, the two Triple H's in a way from different versions of each other, as one tried to hit the glorious pose on him. Triple H pretty much hit a spine buster and pretty much him with the crotch chop. Then Rude came back with the glorious thing in, and then pretty much Kurt Angle comes in, and then you got Kurt Angle versus Bobby Roode. That's another TNA rivalry from the past. You see that all the time. And pretty much then Nakamura comes in and goes after Kurt Angle. Then Nakamura just kind of comes after everybody then after that. And Nakamura was just hitting everybody with strikes and kicks, and he hit the Kinshasa on Triple H, but Strowman pretty much took him out with a power slam. So Nakamura was gone very quickly. Next thing you know, takes out Bobby Roode really quickly after he tried to go for the DDT thing. And then you only got Shane, Orton, and Cena left, which it's like they really want to get rid of the NXT guys right now. We'll get into that later on, but pretty much all the guys came back in, and then they put Strowman through a table, which Nakamura and Roode came back for, but they should have been disqualified. And pretty much after that, Cena came in and pretty much hit multiple FUs on Samoa Joe and Finn Balor after they kept arguing with each other. Takes out Joe, and then Kurt Angle comes in and starts taking out Cena then with ankle lock and a angle slam, and then Balor hits the coup de grace with Angle pretty much hitting another angle slam on him. Dude, John Cena. I almost look at this. What was the point of John Cena? I feel like they just brought John Cena back for a paycheck. That's all Cena was brought in for. He was brought back for a paycheck and just to show up and do something. Because it didn't even look like he was representing SmackDown. He was just representing himself out there. So that was one thing. Randy Orton then pretty much takes out Finn Balor then after that with an RKO. And then next thing you know, you kind of saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn took out Shane McMahon, but then Shane McMahon came back and took them out with a chair and started beating the crap out of them, and even hit an RKO on Owens. And then Strowman took out Randy Orton then after that. And then it's only Shane McMahon versus Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Braun Strowman, which I'm thinking to myself right here, is Super Shane about to happen? Shane's gonna take out everybody with his crazy 1,000 punch move and miss about 800 punches. Then, what was that gonna go? And y'all just sitting there watching this, like, what does this make sense? And then, Kurt's trying to make him tap, and then Triple H comes in, and then, he hits the pedigree on Kurt Angle, and Shane wins. And then Triple H is just helping Shane to his feet. I'm thinking, like, is Shane gonna, like, is Triple H gonna tear off his shirt and, joint SmackDown? No, he just takes out Shane McMahon, and Team Raw wins. That was a horrible ending. And Strowman looks just confused, and Triple H once again, Triple H just puts himself over. Okay, like, dude, somehow, some way, Triple H was gonna make this about himself, and he did. And he tried to celebrate with Strowman, and then Strowman got pissed. If you ever screw me, you will never play this game again. And then Triple H tried to attack him from behind with a pedigree, but then Strowman took him out about 2 power slams. Dude, this was bad. Okay, especially the ending of this match. This match sucked. It was really bad. I don't think anyone cared in the end, and people just looked confused. It's like from the beginning of this match, it's just like everything was going crazy with all these former rivalries going, everyone's going nuts. But then when they take out most of the NXT and younger guys, all the part-timers and Braun Strowman have to do it out with each other. Like, you get rid of most of the active roster, and all the part-timers or veterans are still in this match. And then everything just makes it about the McMahons. Dude, the fact that Shane McMahon made it all the way to the end by himself. Dude, it is like, what is it, the second time Shane McMahon's main event a pay-per-view since the Hell in a Cell one? And I'm just sitting there wondering, like, is Super Shane gonna come back? So it was just everything, they just made it all about the McMahons. This whole match was just about the McMahons. And then Triple H has got to put himself over. Which was a set of a match at Kurt Angle at WrestleMania for some reason. That makes no sense. And then Strowman is going against Triple H, and it's like, dude, 1 minute he's supposed to be the godsend of NXT, but then next thing you know, it's Triple H trying to, like I said, he's putting him over. Dude, Triple H won this pay-per-view. It made no sense. It just made entirely no sense. Like, I couldn't believe Triple H was going to be the last man standing in his team. Do I couldn't believe Shane McMahon was the last man in his team. You have this stacked team, and then everyone's taken out, and Shane's supposed to be the legitest person in the ring. Cena looked like he was just there for a paycheck. Nakamura was good for what it lasted, but then him and Rude were taken out easily. Orton, I didn't think Orton was going to last this long, too. Dude, I like last year's Survivor Series match better with Raw versus SmackDown. This just looked so odd. I almost thought Triple H was going to come back with a sledgehammer and hit Braun Strowman and kick the crap out of him then. This was just a dumb ending. This ending sucked. This was really bad. It's just another way to make this about the McMahons or Triple H putting himself over. That's what this was. Triple H put himself over to win this match. This was ridiculous. This really was. This was just so bad. It really was bad in the ending of this. It's like the first half was okay, but then the second thing came, and you just, where was this gonna go? We're bringing the Authority back. This is just bringing the Authority back. So Raw wins 4-3. SmackDown loses. I'd rather have just had SmackDown here win, just because I knew Kevin and Sammy were coming out, but I thought they were just gonna beat the crap out of them. That Shane McMahon get the payback on them two. Then also Shane just had to be the guy who was just taking everybody out. Everyone out, it looked like, and he still didn't win, and he was still the last guy on his team. So I don't know where this goes. I may have to agree with people that TakeOver WarGames was better, and a lot of people saying, and saying that all these matches were bad. The most two matches you could really look at was the tag team with the Bar and the Usos, and AJ versus Brock for what it was too, and maybe the Shield versus the New Day. But come on, that was predictable as ever with the Shield. But this Survivor Series men's team was just why this match, it just kind of looked like Cena gets his own shirt, Triple H gets his own shirt, everybody else is wearing the SmackDown versus Raw colors nearly. All the part-timers and whoever just takes over the match and just gets rid of all the younger, I can't even call all these guys young, but the current talent that's supposed to be there full time, and Shane's not even a wrestler, but he's the final guy on his team, and none of this made a lot of sense. It really didn't. And I may have to say NXT Takeover was better, WarGames. But in NXT, it looks like they just beat all the big four shows, and they mostly done that this year, from Brooklyn 3 to San Antonio to what else is a bigger one? To even Orlando in a way for WrestleMania. But I might as well put WarGames up there because WarGames was really great last night. It really was. This ending made no sense and just killed the entire mood of everybody. I thought Jason Jordan showing up was just bad, but this was even worse. Triple H just found a way to put himself over and this whole McMahon thing was just because, I guess. And people thought Shane was really gonna win it. But yeah, rest of everything else was just kind of whatever in a way. Both women's matches were really not that good. Miz versus Corbin, I really just don't care about. Pre-show matches were whatever. Cruiserweights, just who cares? Literally, who cares? But that's my review of Survivor Series 2017. Our live reactions that will be posted up as speaking. So I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace. Comment, subscribe.